In 1987, DNA testing was not available. Evidence that might be decisive today could certainly not have been utilized back then. And so investigators were left with egregious brutality without motive, a family with no known enemies, and by the community standards, a sterling reputation, along with this rural setting and very few witnesses, and then a tremendous amount of pressure. It is reported that the town itself of Eno was so tiny, and I came from a very tiny town in Ohio, and I can tell you that in that type of setting, everyone really absolutely does know everyone else. And more than that, even without thinking about it or trying, everyone sort of notices everything that's going on all the time. And so for there to be as few leads as there were is deeply unsettling in this case. And the fact that this tiny trailer was kind of off the beaten road, just on a small little, I can just imagine the small little country roads from the town in Ohio where I came from. And it's very clearly a deliberate attack. There's no chance that this was just an opportunistic kill by someone wandering by. So time goes on and the case begins to slip into obscurity. And as the case gains notoriety, there are actually multiple serial killers who later confessed to these murders, including Tommy Lynn Sells and Keith Hunter Jesperson, the so-called happy face killer. However, none of the confessions matched the actual facts of the case. The details were wrong. The timelines didn't align. The knowledge of the crime scene was superficial. In essence, these were false confessions, and they caused lasting damage. There were a great many, particularly in the case of Sells, there were a great many conflicting statements he made. He mentioned to the police that he had raped Elaine, but we know from the autopsy report that that was not true. So, as much as this community wanted to wrap this case up and have an answer for this level of violence, nothing quite fit. And once this case became a serial killer story, the investigation lost its center entirely. Instead of focusing on local knowledge, who had access, the family's extended network, who had opportunity to do such a thing, and behavioral red flags, the investigation chased notoriety. Ena is not a place you stumble into. I can't say that strongly enough. The trailer was remote. The roads were dark and unpopulated, which made it possible for the violence in this case to be sustained to such an extended degree. This crime required familiarity, not just strength.